Schmid getting ready for the opening faceoff, which is sponsored by the Richard Harris Law Firm. And we're underway from San Jose as the Golden Knights will start up front. Matthew Cataford, he's joined by Braden Bowman and also Jacob Brabanitz on the forward line. And on defense for Vegas, Jacob Megna along with Lukas Cormier. Cormier on the wing. He'll play it across the line for Megna. His shot gloved away by Askarov. Now Bowman in the corner. Held in by Igor Chernyshov. Now Mukhamadullin. He'll play it out top. Sam Dickinson, a long wrist shot turned away by Schmid. Barclay Goodrow to jump over his stick. There's a wrist shot from Lavoie, blocked. Now Schwindt trying to center. Lavoie with a wrist shot and a save. Askarov. Pretty good look for Raphael Lavoie. And feed it into the middle. Blocked down low, and that allowed Gaudette to play it up to the line. Not out, held in right on the line by Coghlan. Hemmerling a wrist shot. Askarov takes care of it. Hemmerling and Ferraro in the corner. Hemmerling comes away with a puck. Gonna work it out high to Coghlan. That wrist shot squeezed by Askarov.
Raphael Lavoie right in there.
And as we said, a very young lineup tonight, with the exception of, I guess, one older player and 32-year-old Ben Hutton, but everybody else. Pretty young lineup for the Golden Knights. Thompson plays it across. Ferraro, wrist shot, missed the net. Now Michael Misa pinching down. Puck in behind the net to Goodrow. Eklund, Orlov, Misa, shot deflected, and Schmid made the save. He'll hold it.
His net, but also keep an eye on where that puck is. And you see him looking around, trying to find out where the shot's going to come from. And it gets over here to Misa, who can rip it. It gets tipped, and Schmid makes a great save to keep it at zeros.
And now on the far side, Chernyshov, he and Michael Misa were line mates often in Saginaw last year. Musty, a wrist shot comes off the inboards. And Chernyshov couldn't quite get a handle on that. Chasing it off, wrist shot from Setoff, denied down low. Good look for passes out of his reach. Sapovalov into the corner, watched by Liljegren. Hutton right on the line with a wrist shot. And Askarov loves it. He'll hold the lefty with that.
Bruce Cassidy was talking about how, there's all these goalies in the NHL that have played in the NHL. Then there's goalies that have won a playoff series in the NHL. That tightens the group up quite a bit.
This happens sometimes too. You hear players talk a lot, Gary, about in a weird way it can be easier and more predictable to play in the NHL than sometimes the American Hockey League. And Cormier back through center ice. Reinhart leads the charge. Holtz trying to dance into the middle. Wrist shot save, Askarov. And the rebound to Wenberg. Both Askarov and Schmid perfect in the first period. Schmid did not see any shots for the final 8 minutes and change of the opening frame. So second period underway. The teams will start it at 5 aside. Takes it to behind the net. He gets a sandwich between Cardwell and Ferraro. Korczak out high with a wrist shot, and Askarov with a good look by Carson Wetch. Now Jakir Mukhamadullin driving in around the net, wraparound chance, and Schmid holds tight. My fourth year of 5 in the AHL with the Providence Bruins. They won 19 games as Schmid holds for the faceoff.
It stinks literally and figuratively.
Yeah, for sure. Well, off this faceoff, wrist shot from out high by Cardwell, deflected wide. Wenberg trying to center it. Out high, Dickinson with a drive, and he scores. Now check it, Orlov. Dmitry Orlov let that fly, and he ripped it upstairs. And Orlov has broken the ice here in San Jose.
They lose the puck. Caldwell with one shot, the rebound, and then it comes up high, and it is a great shot from Dmitry Orlov. And there's a lot of Vegas players standing around at the end of this one, looking at it go into the net, and that's just a lot of time up top for a seasoned pro like Orlov, and he didn't really use it. He just stepped in, leaned into it, and he pounds it. And so he slashes the stick and spends $400 breaking the stick.
And power play number 2 for the Golden Knights, trying to pull even backdoor play, and Lazinski's shot got blocked.
Some nice puck movement here, and Brabanitz slides it real slick to Lazinski, and a great save, Askarov.
Bowman down low, Brabanitz jamming it on net. Bowman bumped in the corner by Liljegren. Into the corner. Holtz there too, but Lavoie has it. Hutton around the horn. Big one-timer from Coghlan and a save by Askarov. Into the middle, it's Bowman. Time dwindling on the Vegas power play. Holtz with a back pass to Hutton. Off to Coghlan with a drive and a save. Askarov hit the shaft of his stick and went out of play as the penalty expired. All 6 of his goals in the NHL in a Vegas uniform, including that memorable hat trick in Minnesota. Wrist shot score from out high, and it's Cole Schwindt with the wrist shot that beat Askarov. And Schwindt has tied it for Vegas.
Shooting to score, yeah, absolutely, but he gets a little bit of help. Great play by Schwindt to keep it in, and then there's traffic around the goaltender, and Schwindt from distance with a wrister. It's a floater, and I wonder, does Demick tip it at the last second?
Not sure.
Yeah, Demick and Schwindt are talking about it. Couldn't get one to drop it, and then empty netter in Vancouver.
And nobody cares how it comes, right? Empty netter,
no.
overtime winner, they're all great. They're all great. And the Golden Knights have tied it. There's a blast from out of the point from Ferraro that missed the net. Thompson throws it on goal, and Schmid holds. Knights, Fleming, Schwindt, and Coghlan joining the rush. Fleming one-hands it on net. Here's Schwindt. Out high to set off. Wrist shot and a glove save by Askarov. As a defenseman, kind of the whole game's in front of you, right?
Exactly,
it's up the ice, and now you're trying to force the issue as a winger. Get out of the forecheck, create some offense. Golden Knights go to the power play for the 3rd time. Cormier to feed it around for Bowman. Wrist shot made it through to Askarov and Ferraro. And Goodrow out of the box, hustling to get there with Hutton. Goodrow feeds it down low. A backhand score, Cardwell. Right out of the box came Barclay Goodrow, and he found Ethan Cardwell.
I don't think it's going to count.
Yeah, they're going to wave it.
Yeah. Schmid makes the save. He fights it off, and then it hits the post, and then the referee waves it off, and there's a little bit of a scramble, but Akira calm, cool, and collected. And we're still 1-1 here at SAP Center.
Nothing to see here. Gains the line, trying to go far side, and Musty's pass back to Dickinson just out of his reach. Wenberg around the horn. Ferraro's shot smothered by. Leads everybody with 4 shots on net tonight. Dmitry Orlov opened the scoring for San Jose. 3rd period begins. Rabanitz, Cataford, and Bowman. He'll keep it moving towards Lazinski. Misa keeps it alive. Wrist shot off the outside of the net. Good bid for Musty. Orlov. Badulin plays it in deep.
Yeah, Musty turned away from a shot late in the 2nd period. And I think the coaching staff for San Jose got to him on that, and he does not defer that time. He gets a rocket off.
Hutton throws it on net. Askarov holds on. Yaroslav Askarov the save for San Jose. Raphael Lavoie trying to cut to the net. Little backhand feed, and Askarov made the save. Terrific stop on Hemmerling, who had his arm in the air. He thought it was in.
Lavoie right off the wall with a burst of speed. Ferraro goes down. Lavoie goes around him. Hemmerling tries the jam shot, raises the arm. He thinks it's in. I don't know. If this is in the Stanley Cup playoffs, we're still probably looking at it on an overhead cam, trying to decide if it did go in. Because
good work by Alexander Holtz. Golden Knights to the power play for the 4th time. Cormier backpedaling across. Rabanitz. Cormier a one-timer, and he scores! A big blast from Lukas Cormier on the power play. 8 seconds into it, and the Golden Knights have the lead for the first time tonight.
Has shown confidence from the point tonight. And this is a big-time shot. Cataford, maybe a long screen. He's a little.
Coghlan will feed it out to center ice. Orlov had to wait for his line mates to get onside, and that's it. And the Golden Knights for the 2-1 win in San Jose, and Akira Schmid gets the victory.